Coming up next on Good Morning El Paso, one person is dead after a fire destroyed a trailer home. Around the Clock crew has new video from the scene. Helping us to give to those less fortunate. Today is our Operation Noel Telethon, how you can give coats to children in the borderland this winter.
Even with a video, I said, don't you see? The video didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing.
Another police case sparking outrage across America this morning. The latest on the grand jury's announcement coming up in the Eric Garner case.
What we're doing is about human exploration. It's about sending people to places that we've never been before.
A new NASA spacecraft making its debut this morning. If successful, it could take humans to Mars in the future.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Good morning to you. I'm Hillary Florence. Stephanie Valle has the day off. Today is a very special day. It is our Operation Noel Telethon, one of our favorite days, when we get together to help raise money for families in the borderland with your help. We'll get to our volunteers at the phone bank coming up in just a moment. But first, your storm track weather. Today's the day we've been looking forward to. It's a special day for Krystal, too. You haven't been able to talk about rain happening for a while.
Yeah, it's always a special day when I get to track a little rain, and I'm definitely going to get that chance today because we are already looking at rain sitting off to the west and southwest of us. Check it out. Clouds and radar. We've got a lot of cloud coverage out there this morning. Some light rain, or at least moisture, that is picking up now on your radar over the Boot Hill of New Mexico, and then the actual rain tracking through areas like Tucson along Interstate 10, then a lot of rain that's moving now through the central and north parts of Arizona. All of this is heading our direction. Now, you may look at it and think it's going to just barely clip our region, but it does look like it will arc a little as it moves throughout southern New Mexico, meaning that east areas will also see that shot at rain later today. That's spreading across the zone as we move through your afternoon. Temperatures were at 50 this morning in El Paso and 50 in Las Cruces. Now, I do want to quickly tie this into Operation Noel because we have this going on right now this morning. We'll be checking in with Andrew. I know the temperature this morning looks warm. 50 degrees doesn't sound like something maybe you even want to grab the jacket out there, but we also know it can get very cold in December. December is our coldest month of each year, so just because you're seeing 50 on the board right now, Hillary, that does not mean we're staying at 50 the entire month. These coats are very warm and go to a really good cause.
All right. Thanks so much, Krystal. You are right about that. And we'll check in with Andrew. He'll be in our phone bank coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, let's get to round the clock coverage because a man was found dead after a trailer home caught fire last night. It happened before 10 o'clock on the 600 block of Farm Road. That's in Cañutillo. This is video from our round-the-clock crew. Fire marshals, along with El Paso County sheriffs, were on the scene. They were investigating even throughout the night. It's not yet known how the fire started, but officials on the scene told ABC7 the trailer home is a complete loss. The man who was found dead has not been identified at this point. We'll continue to update you as soon as we get any new information. Well, even here in the desert with winter comes colder weather. That's what Krystal and I were just talking about. You might not think twice about pulling on your jacket to stay warm, but for a lot of people in the borderland, it is the reality that they don't have that as an option. We can all get together, though, today and help. Good morning, El Paso's Andrew J. Polk is live in our Operation Noel phone bank. As you can see, he is not alone this morning. He's surrounded by volunteers that got up really early.
That's right, Hillary. We've got a bunch of kids here from the El Paso High swimming team waiting for your call. We've got a lot of phones not ringing right now, and we're looking to change that. That number on your screen right there, 496-1775. And all these kids are here for this purpose, so don't feel bad about calling them. They're already here. You might as well. And there we got our first call here since we've started. That's great. And we've just been told that the updated numbers we've gotten coming into this hour, we've got just over $1,500 worth. That's over 100 jackets, and that's a great number, but that's nowhere near the number that we're looking to get to this morning. We're looking to get to $100,000 in donations just this morning to help pay for part of the 19,000 jackets that we'll be giving out this morning. So this is a very good cause. These are great jackets, and it hasn't seemed too cold right now, but it does get cold over the winter, and it's a great thing to have these jackets available for children. And remember, 100% of your donations goes straight to these jackets. The jackets are about $13.15 per, and it might not seem that much, but they provide these great quality jackets for children to be able to stay warm this winter, something that we all might take for granted. So please call right now. That number again on your screen, 496-1775. And we've got a lot of people who haven't called in right now, so thank you very much for that. Keep calling. And if you don't want to make the phone call, you can always go on our website, KVIA.com, to leave your donation there. So for now, we got a lot of calls going on here, so hopefully we'll get that continuing throughout the morning. Hillary?
Wow, it looks like everyone did get a call. Thanks so much, Andrew. And if you're getting a busy signal right now, then please call us back in just a few minutes. All right, we'll check in with him again coming up. Meanwhile, more news from UMC this morning. There are talks going on about bringing El Paso Children's under the ownership of University Medical Center. UMC CEO Jim Valenti casually talked about that topic at a roundtable discussion. But for a lot of people, this is the first time they're hearing about the possibility of Children's being publicly owned.
We've received your questions today, and we've responded. And so it's better for our board chair and our chair of the compensation committee to really address that.
On the deferred compensation, I think if done responsibly, could be a valuable tool. But the issue that I've always had is, given this year's financial difficulties, why was Mr. Valenti awarded a $120,000 bonus on top of all that?
El Paso Children's responded to Valenti's public announcement of the possibility of UMC acquiring Children's, saying Mr. Valenti has spoken out of turn. ABC7 has found another undisclosed pool of money set aside for Valenti if he stays with the county hospital through the end of his contract. Back in 2005, Valenti and the hospital board agreed he'll get a percentage of his base salary for every year he's been with the hospital. That's if he stays CEO another year and a half. So we did the math and discovered that the total he could receive would top $3 million over and above his base pay and bonuses. For a more in-depth look at Valenti's compensation plan, you can click on this story. Just go to KVIA.com. You'll find it on the home page. Well, this morning, if you're just joining us, we've been following this very closely. NASA is taking its first step in deep space exploration that may eventually send humans to Mars. Today's unmanned test is crucial to make sure that astronauts could get there safely. ABC's Susan Salney has the very latest.
It will soar higher and farther into deep space than NASA has gone in a generation. The new Orion spacecraft, ready for its maiden voyage this morning. A critical unmanned flight designed to test the capsule's vital systems before any crew steps on board. This NASA animation shows what it should look like. Orion punching through the atmosphere to an altitude of 3,600 miles, 15 times higher than the space station. The two-orbit flight will last 4.5 hours. Mission Control in Houston will be in charge.
Now it's game time. Now it's time to really pay off and see this mission.
Orion's heat shield, structure, and navigation system will be evaluated. Its deceleration system will also be put to the test. Key radiation data will be measured.
You're going to see us press harder than we've pressed before, because for the first time in more than 40 years, this nation is going to launch a spacecraft intended to carry humans beyond low Earth orbit. That's a big deal.
What we're doing is about human exploration. It's about sending people to places that we've never been before.
Orion will return at blazing speeds exceeding 20,000 miles an hour and temperatures over 4,000 degrees. Using 11 parachutes, it will land 200 miles off Baja California and be picked up by a Navy ship for its final trek home.
And that was Susan Salney reporting. This is a live look right now from Cape Canaveral. Looks like they're still waiting on those winds to die down. That is the issue this morning that's kept them from launching at first 5:04, then 5:17, then 5:55. So I think they still have over an hour for this window. I believe it closes at 7:30, that they still have the opportunity to wait for those, some kind of inversion. We'll have to ask Krystal what exactly that is. But other than that, the weather has been pretty nice there this morning. We'll continue to check in. We want to bring this to you live. We're trying our best, and we'll let you know when it happens. In the meantime, let's take a live look at traffic right now. This is I-10 in Buena Vista. Traffic is moving smoothly, nice and light at I-10 and Executive here by our KVIA studios. We'll keep an eye on traffic as well. We're busy today. Let's get over to the Operation Noel phone bank. As I mentioned earlier, one of our favorite days of the year here on Good Morning El Paso, when we all come together as a community to help buy coats for thousands of children in the El Paso and Las Cruces area. The phone banks are open right now for your pledges. Just call 496-1775. We've got some busy volunteers right now. You can also donate online if you go to KVIA.com. In the meantime, don't go anywhere. When we come back, Krystal Klei has more on that rain expected for today. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we're going to check in on your conditions this morning, but warn you to grab the umbrella as you head out the door. We'll track your rain chances up after your break.
Thanks, Krystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.